Let us see the transistor and types. The main content is the classification of a transistor, their operation and other characteristics. So let us see the introduction about the transistor. In 1847, from the Bell Laboratory, they developed uh, the transistor. Transistor, it means transfer of resistance from the transfer plus resistor. It's nothing but a transfer of current signal from the low resistance region to the high resistance regions. Then based on this, the types of transistor, one we can call this a bipolar junction transistor, BJT, junction field effect transistor. Further, they can be classified into field effect transistor, FET. Another one is a metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. In this bipolar junction transistor, we can call this a current control device. The field effect transistor and the metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, they can call this a voltage control device. Bipolar junction transistor, it consists of a three terminals. One is a base, emitter and a collector. Then it consists of a three layers and two junctions. So based on this, having a two types of BJT, one we can call this a PNP, another is a NPN. The main applications of this bipolar junction transistor, they can be used in the amplifier circuits and logic switches. So these are the practical transistors available in the market. So with the different shapes. Then construction of a bipolar junction transistor based on the three layer two junctions. We are applying a forward bias to the base emitter junctions and a reverse bias to the collector emitter junctions. So based on this, this is a NPN and PNP structure wise, then is symbol wise. Look into the symbol wise. From the emitter terminal, the arrow mark, it indicates towards this vertical line, they call this a PNP. Then the arrow mark is nothing but a current flow directions. It outward flow from the emitter terminal, it indicates NPN transistor. Generally in a transistor, the emitter current is sum of the base current and the collector current. So this initially, this is a two diode model of a transistor. The two diodes are connected in back to back. They can be considered as a transistor with respect to a three terminals, emitter and base. One we can consider for a NPN transistor, another we can consider for a PNP transistor. Then once you made the terminal, then we are having a operation of the devices. In the three terminals, in this diagram it shows emitter and base for PNP transistor. The emitter base junction is forward bias, then the collector base junction is a reverse bias. So based on this biasing, then the carrier can be moved from the emitter to base and the collector it collects. Then movement of this charge carrier, the current will be flow in the transistors. That we can call as a operation of a transistor. So based on the movement of a charge carrier, the emitter current, they emit the electrons, the collector, they can collect the electron. So therefore the total emitter current is nothing but a sum of base current and collector current. So this is applying of Kirchhoff's law to the circuit. We are getting here total current is emitter current is sum of the base current and the collector current. Then the collector current, it comprises of the two components based on the majority and minority carrier. So one we can call this a IC majority, then IC saturation minority current. That IC saturation current, they can be measured when the emitter terminal is open, that we can call this a leakage current. Then the configuration of a bipolar junction transistor based on the three terminal, they can be classified as common base, common emitter and a common collector. So in this one, common emitter configuration is generally preferred compared to this other one because it has a high voltage gain, current gain and power gain. Then the ratio of the input resistance to the output resistance is moderate in this one. So therefore, common emitter configuration is widely preferred compared to the others. In common base configuration, they can be used for the electronic circuits, and for the common emitter they can be used for a public addressing systems, and common collector they can be used for a impedance matching. So common base configuration, in this common base configuration, base is a common, emitter is a input and a collector is a output. With respect to this one, we can having a input current, input voltage, output current and output voltage. With respect to a biasing applied to the PNP or NPN transistor, then applying a voltage, the current flow to the device can be varied. So this can be graphically plotted. We can get the input and output characteristics. So this is the input characteristics for the common base configurations with respect to a base emitter voltage and emitter current. Then output characteristics we are getting as a collector base voltage to the collector current. With the different sets of having a the input having a input current as a constant. So in this output characteristics, they can be divided into three regions. One we can call it as a active region, another is a cutoff region is near to the x-axis, another we can call it as a saturation regions. So this is a comparison of the three regions based on the biasing. Active region, the two junctions in the transistor, emitter base and a collector base, both, one is a forward, another is a reverse. Saturation region, both the junctions are forward bias, whereas in a cutoff region, both the junctions are reverse bias. That it acts as a open switch. So this is like ideal characteristics. So from this we can determine the current gain for the common base is nothing but a change in collector current to the change in emitter current. That value we can represent as a alpha should be equal to 1. This is a biasing we can apply to the terminals of a transistor. In generally in common base configuration, the early effect will be occur when the reverse bias is increases. The electrical base width of a base width region will be reduces. That we can call as a early effect, or otherwise we can call as a base width modulations. The effect of the that is a consequence of the early effect is a less recombination, steeper charge gradient. Then common emitter configuration, emitter is a common, base is a input terminal and collector is a output terminal. Then with respect to biasing applied to the base emitter and collector emitter. Then this is a schematic diagram. This is with respect to a symbol. Then by applying a voltage, we are getting an input characteristics. This is input characteristics. This is for the output characteristics with respect to a different base current as a constant. Again, the output characteristics, it consists of three regions. So here the current gain, they can be represented as a beta. Is nothing but the ratio of the collector current to the base current. This value is generally is greater than 1 to 500 values. So this is a triangular way representation of a current gain for the common emitter configurations. So this is the relation between the current gain for the common base alpha and the current gain for the beta. They can be represented in terms of alpha in beta and in terms of beta in alpha. Then common collector configuration, also called as a emitter follower. Here the collector is a common, base is a input and emitter is a output. So this is for the NPN and PNP. This is for the NPN transistor. Based on this, we are applying a biasing to the junctions. We are getting input and output characteristics. So based on the three configuration, we are having a comparison with respect to input, output resistance, current gain, voltage gain, phase shift, then applications. Application wise, common base is suitable for the high frequency circuit. Common emitter is used for the audio frequency circuits, and the common collector is suitable for the impedance matching. So this is by using of a testing of a transistor by using of a digital multimeters. They connected to the multimeter with respect to base and emitter terminal. We can measure the input resistance and output resistance from which the particular transistor is working or not. So this is a diagram for the common emitter configurations. Here the bipolar junction transistor, the output collector current is controlled by an input current. Therefore, they can call this a current control device. The next types of a transistor is a field effect transistor. This is a unipolar device. The operation depends only on the one type of charge carrier. This is a voltage control device. The output drain current is controlled by a input gate source voltage. And then it having a very high input impedance. The source and drain are interchangeable. Low voltage, low current operation is possible. Less noisy as compared to the BJT. No minority carrier storage. So secondary breakdown problem does not occur in the field effect transistor. Compared to the bipolar junction transistor, the size is very less. It occupies a very small space. So that they can, therefore, because of these features, they can be suitable for the integrated circuits. This slide, it shows the types of field effect transistor. These are the classifications. One is a junction field effect. Further, they can be classified N channel and P channel. Then another is a metal oxide field effect transistor. Further, they can be classified depletion MOSFET and enhancement. Again, further they can be classified into N channel and P channel. So this is a construction of a field effect transistor. This is a symbol for the N channel FET. These are the symbol for the N channel and P channel JFET. So this is a biasing is applied, how they can drain current is controlled by a gate source voltage, how the depletion layer width can be increases because of the reverse bias gate source voltage. The first diagram, the depletion layer width is low, more charge carrier move from the source through drain. Then increasing of a gate source voltage, the depletion layer width is wider. So this is almost they can touch each other. There is no movement of a charge carrier. During the time, the drain current is zero. So this operation of a FET for the N channel and the P channel FET. Based on this, having a two characteristics. One is a transfer, another we can call